world. The weather outside is not that cold, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia.
Hello everyone and welcome to Country with Celine. My name is Celine Shamarky and I am your host for today's episode. And on today's show we have Jaimey Hamilton. Jaimey, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. Yeah, I just had work this morning, so I've been excited to come on and chat with you. So yeah, things are going good.
Where exactly do you work?
So I work two jobs right now. I'm just doing a couple of days a week at a golf course. I'm just serving. And then I'm working at helping my dad out a bit. So I'm shuffling some papers here and there when he needs and all.
It's okay. You got to grind, honestly, in this lifetime. And to work at a golf course, I saw this post, and I'm just going to say Father's Day at a golf course seems like it's perfect for girls.
Yeah, it's so funny. No, it's honestly really fun. You know, obviously these days it's hard with COVID and, being a server, but, most of the time people are great, so.
No, of course. And you must meet like quite a bit of athletes too, especially like hockey players, because like that's where they spend all their off season at like golf courses as well, right?
Yeah, I feel like that actually, and I know a couple friends and stuff just around the community. They come in, so that's always fun. Kind of
That's good. It's good that you have other jobs as well. You know, income is key in this day and age. So you recently graduated from a music program. How is that? Congratulations, number one. How long was the program?
Thank you. So yeah, it's a 2-year diploma. So it's run through Camosun College here in Victoria. But most of my classes were at the Conservatory of Victoria. So it was a 2-year program. I took a bit longer. I did it in 4 just because I wanted to have a bit of a life too, and I can't do 6 courses at once. So, but yeah, no, I'm super excited to be finished. I've learned a lot. It was a little bit challenging, of course, because my 3rd year, of course, March 2020, that's when we went online.
Mm-hmm.
So then my final semester, I graduated in June of 2021. So yeah, it's kind of nice to be, I guess finished in April 2021, but technically graduated in June. So
honestly, it's really nice when you finish school, but then I feel like when you get a little bit older, you start to miss that because it's like, I'm not young anymore, I'm getting older, you know?
I know, and the thing is too, this is my first, I guess, semester where I haven't gone into school. You know, every other time I went right from high school, I went into the program. So I'm kind of loving it. I'm working and doing music full time, so it's great, but I really do love learning. So, when I had a couple friends still in school and, just hearing about them going back, I was kind of like, almost missed it. But I'm sure there'll be more opportunities in the future where I could always go back if I wanted to, but right now I'm just kind of going with the flow. And
of course, when you're even 40 years old, if you want to go back to school and switch careers, it's like totally normal to do nowadays, and that's what a lot of people were doing because of COVID. Like they were taking online classes to learn like something different. They were taking up hobbies and pursuing them as full-time careers. So I mean, COVID was, in a way, the way you look at it, it was devastating what happened because of like everybody who ended up losing their lives, losing their jobs and all this. But in another way, it was kind of like a blessing because you really did get to like find yourself and figure out what you really want to do with your life, because coming out of high school as well, it's so hard to try to figure out what you want to do. It's so hard. And we're only like 17, 18 years old when we graduate. It's like in high school, you want to just have fun and like be with your friends. You're not really focusing on what you're going to do after. I feel like they should have like another year, which they do. I know they have it, but like they should actually have it in school for everybody to like just to do. And it's actually a grade, like grade 13 or whatever, just to kind of figure out what exactly you want to do, because it's so hard. But getting back to my point, that's what like COVID like did for a lot of people. They got to discover their hobbies and passions and pursue those. So there's always sunshine through some rain, I can say. um, and now, Jaimey, before we get into songs, I want to get a little bit more personal here. So you are a cancer survivor. So by the age of 12, you were diagnosed with leukemia 3 times, and you survived a bone marrow transplant. So during those dark days, you turned to songwriting. So what was it about songwriting that you found so healing?
Yeah, so of course, when I was younger, I was first diagnosed when I was 5, and of course, people, social workers, they come in and they try to just find ways for you to be either creative or just get things out. And one thing, of course, is journaling. And I always wish I could be someone that writes in my journal every day, writes it down. But I'm just not. I
Yeah.
just, I find myself writing. I'm like, okay, well, who cares kind of thing. Just who's this for? You know what I mean? And but when I was younger, I had to give up a lot of things. I couldn't really go to school much because I had not a great immune system, and I had to, cut out seeing friends and sports. So I kind of found my passion of music. So through that, I found songwriting, and there was just something about that where I could come up with a melody, I could come up with chords, come up with what to say, and out of that, I came out with a song. So it really helped me get some of my feelings out, and just, whether I shared that with others or if I just kind of made it for me, it was a great way to have an outlet.
Yeah, of course. Songwriting is a perfect outlet. And now you ended up writing a song called Survive, which documents that battle. So you donated some of the proceeds to the Children's Wish Foundation. How important is that song to you?
Yeah, so it's actually very important. And I will say I didn't write that one. I actually, when I was older, I had the opportunity to have a wish. So my wish was to record a song in a professional recording studio. And the Wish Foundation, they found a producer out in Toronto. And the song was written by the artist name is Julia and Liz Rodriguez. And so they wrote that song, and the producer, he actually showed that to me. And of course, it spoke to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it was just a perfect song. Obviously, I'm not sure if you've listened to it, but it just kind of speaks. What's great about it is it can speak to everyone. Everyone has a story. Everyone has, something that they've battled through, and it is just a very, very great song that kind of connects with everyone. And yeah, what my mom actually, she said, oh, we should try to, like, some of the proceeds, we should, almost give back in a sense. So that was really important for me, I think, because, the Wish program,
Mhm.
they made my wish come true, and that opened a lot of doors for me too. I continued working with that producer, and I released my Parachute EP, and it really established that I wanted to do this full time. So yeah, I just wanted to give back in a sense.
The Children's Wish Foundation is honestly, it's unbelievable of what they can do. I mean, it's sad the situation that you're in, but to have that as like kind of like a ray of sunshine in a sense, it's really nice. And I've heard so many stories about the Children's Wish Foundations and like all the stuff that they pull. It's like, holy geez, like it's quite unbelievable. And for them to do that for you, whether you wrote the song or not, my apologies on that,
No,
it
no, of
still
course.
speaks to you, and it's still an important song to you, because even a song that you don't write and you just hear and you can automatically connect with it, it's important. And you always listen to that song from then on out. It becomes like a daily thing that you always listen to.
Yeah.
But who were the artists that you were influenced by songwriting?
Hmm. Well, of course, I have to say Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Of course, she's just amazing. When I was younger, I was like, yup, I want to be like her. I'm going to play guitar just like her. But of course, as you get older, you start branching out and you start experimenting with different artists and stuff. And I've recently been very influenced by Hailey Whitters and her
Oh,
album
okay.
Living the Dream. I just love her work. She's very similar, like she reminds me of Casey Musgraves, where she's just very creative and writes about very quirky stuff, but it's real and it's raw. Love her. Love Casey Musgraves, of course, and Carly Pierce. I feel like those are probably my top three.
Mm-hmm.
And they all are very similar in the sense where, yeah, they like to write stories and about their own lives. And it really is just something that I aspire to be like.
They're very vulnerable with their lyrics, especially with the Carly Pierce album that recently came out. Holy damn, she put her life like out there for everybody to
Yeah.
listen to, everybody to hear, which is quite remarkable. And it really takes a lot of guts to release something like that, but that's what a lot of artists and songwriters aspire to do. And plus it connects with so many people, because I always say this, the more personable you are with your lyrics, the more it connects with people, rather than just kind of talking about a general like, I mean, it still can connect, but it's just on a completely different level when you're a lot more vulnerable, right?
100%.
And now you released your record debut called Parachute back in 2018. And since then, you now released a new single, and it's called Save a Barstool for Me. You wrote this song about your grandpa. I had to listen to it. I was almost in tears. So please, what was the response from your family when you let them listen to this song? Because it is so, so, so special.
Yeah, well, so I recorded this song in August, and my mom was actually there in the recording process, of course.
Yeah.
And the whole time she's crying, of course, right? Because it's her dad, so my grandpa, and it's her dad. So, of course, it totally, honestly, every time I've played it, she's cried. But it's good. It's good. It's a very special song, and I actually kind of, when I was writing it, when I had written it, I still kind of kept it because I was like, no, I want to wait to record it and show, and then I showed the rest of my family, and yeah, it was great. It was great to show, and I showed my Nana, and she cried as well. But yeah, it's just it was a song that again, it was one I needed to write. I needed to kind of get my feelings out. I wanted to just embrace my grandpa's legacy, and I think this song perfectly.
Save a bar stool for me, another round of crown whiskey, pour it strong like the man you are. 'Cause right now heaven's a bit too far. When that day comes and I get to you, we'll pour a glass or maybe two. So Grandpa, would you please save a bar stool for me?
And have you gotten a chance to perform this one live yet or not yet?
Yeah, I've done it a couple times. I had a show at it's called the Rack Bistro, and it's here in Langford, in Victoria, and I did two back-to-back shows, and I played it there, and that was awesome. And my family knew I was gonna play it, so they came and did that, and that was actually the second show ended up being the day before it was released on Spotify.
Oh, okay.
So that's why my friends and family kind of came out and stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, was that like, how is it when you perform songs like that? Is it hard to get through? Because I feel like I would start tearing up as I'm like trying to sing those words, because all the memories just like rush back to you as like you're describing what you're describing, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. And that's another thing too. When you're singing and stuff, you want to almost dive into the emotions because that's, I feel like, I feel like I sound better when it's, I'm getting into my emotions. But I had to practice the song a lot in my room to get through it and stuff. And definitely those two shows, I couldn't look at my family because I knew my mom would be crying and stuff. So I was just kind of glanced over there and stuff. But I definitely, I did power through it. I was like, okay, hopefully, I prepared everyone. I was like, I'm gonna try to make it. But I did, and that's the thing. I just had to kind of practice it enough that way I could get through. And if I couldn't, it's all good.
It's raw. If you couldn't get through that song, it's just raw emotion that's coming out, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I'm sure your grandpa, every time you sing that song, he's gonna help you get through that song.
Yeah.
All the time. He's gonna be right beside you as you sing that, and he's always gonna be beside you. And I'm sure you know that. People have probably told you that. But it's so, so, so true that when they leave here, they're not actually gone. They're still here. You just have to keep your eyes open and just look, and you will find all the signs. They're like, they're right.
Yeah, you're right. I do believe in that. I feel like, yeah, he's watching out for us. He's looking down. So
Always, always. And now, what are you looking forward to for 2022? Because, girl, it is right around the corner, which is quite shocking. Like 2020 flew by, 2021 flew by, I swear even faster. And now it's 2022, like crazy, crazy. So what are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to new music. I've actually recorded 2 other songs that I'm hoping to release in the new year.
Yeah.
And I've been just excited to, especially for Save a Barstool for me. It's just so nice to have new music out. Of course, sometimes recording can be a challenge, whether finding the right people to work with, getting money and to support and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm just very excited to be releasing new music. I want to still get into the studio because I have a lot of songs that I still want to record and release. So I'm just very excited for what's next.
Well, it's going to be an exciting year. I'm sure all your fans are going to love to hear that, all the new music coming their way.
Thank you.
And now I just want to ask you one more question. I always ask the artist this because I want to know what it is. What is your musical goal in this career? What is this something that you want to accomplish and you always think about? It's a goal of yours that you just want to accomplish? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's always a good question. It's always a hard question though, because I always have little goals here and there, but I think a goal with my music and let's say songwriting, I just want to connect with people. I know when I'm listening to songs, especially ones where it's like, oh, I wish I wrote that song. That just totally speaks to me. I just want to release music that is true to me and that totally connects with people. I would love nothing more to, of course, another goal is to either headline a show or just be on, open up for, let's say, Hailey Whitters, open up for one of those artists and hear the audience sing my lyrics back to me. I just feel like that would be an amazing feeling. So that is definitely one of my goals.
That would be a feeling, like a pinch me surreal type of feeling. I've seen videos where a lot of artists, like they sing a song, they only sing half of it, and then the audience just takes hold of the rest, and the artists are just left there speechless, because you go from writing songs in your bedroom, playing to your family, playing to your friends, then you go to playing in bars and restaurants, and then you work your way up the ladder, and then to finally be at the point where you're singing and the audience knows all the words to your song is like in a way, it's, oh my gosh, I made it, in a sense, like my dream has come true. So you have to dream big, because anything in this life can happen, right? And if you really want to pursue this career, all the doors are going to open up for you.
Yeah, right? And that's, it's almost like, I'm sure hearing your song on the radio would be such another cool milestone. Like,
oh my gosh, of course, that'd be so cool. Now, Jaimey, before I let you go, we're going to play a little game. I like to call it Country with Celine Rapid Fire. So I'm going to shoot you out a couple questions, answer them. Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Calling or texting?
Calling.
Night in or night out?
Night in.
Night. Really? Okay. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Fall or summer?
Summer.
The movies or the drive-in?
Actually never been to a drive-in.
You've never been? You gotta go next summer. You gotta go.
I know, and I've seen, they look so cool. So
They're fun.
Maybe I'll say drive-ins. Just, I don't know.
Okay.
They look cool.
Boots or high heels?
I guess boots. I can't really walk too well in high heels.
That's fair. And the last one, Bora Bora or Nashville?
Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I was like thinking of something to trick you on that one.
I know. You know what's funny? Because I love beaches, love the heat, and I've never been to Bora Bora, and I've still never been to Nashville. But that's my next destination.
You've never been to Nashville yet?
Oh
my gosh, you gotta go. I've been once, and ever since I went that one time, which was literally right before the pandemic, I am craving to go back because I haven't been able to go back yet. But I'm craving to go. It is a blast. Like, it is so much fun. Broadway in Nashville, when you're walking the strip, it's so crazy because there's so many different restaurants, so many different bars with like different bands in every single one. And there's no, like, the windows are open, the doors are open. So people are basically playing like on the sidewalk, but they're in the bars. And if you walk from one bar to the next, you won't hear the music from the previous bar. You'll hear from the next. It's like the sound, and I don't even know how it's possible because you would think it'd all be colliding.
Yeah.
It does not. You're gonna have a blast, honestly.
When you heard good things, and I'm like, oh, I wanted to go when I graduated from my program, but of course I was in the thick of COVID, and so I just need to book it and just, worry about it later.
Honestly, I was looking at flights though to go, and it's really expensive right now. I do not know why. Yeah, pretty expensive, but I'm sure if there's a will, there's a way. You'll find a way to go down to Nashville, and you're gonna love every single one.
I can't keep making excuses. It's like I'm almost like, I'm excited to go, but I know when I go down there, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, there's so many amazing artists. Oh my gosh, how do I compete?
I feel like you're gonna have to go down for more than a week, especially for artists. You guys have to go for like at least minimum maybe 3 weeks just to like experience everything. Go to like the writers. I don't know how to sign up for them. Like, I have no idea how you sign up for those things. But like, if you're an artist, which you are, you should go to like one of the writers rounds, and like you can hear everybody singing their different original songs, and it's pretty cool. But thank you so much, Jaimey, for chatting with me today. You're so cute. This was so much fun.
Oh, thank you. So are you. Thank you so much for having me. Like I say, I've been following you for a while, so it's just very cool to be chatting with you, and it was so nice to meet you.
That makes me feel so good. I feel like I'm a star or something. Like, thanks.
They are, yes.
Thank you, Jaimey. We're looking forward to hearing all of your new music come 2022.
Yeah.